Hello and welcome to another Quantum Traders video. In this video we're going to look at the S&P 500 on the hourly chart. I'm going to go through my analysis exactly how I would do it so you can see everything that I'm doing. So I always do the same thing because by getting into a habit you're actually repeating the winning steps that you need to do when you become a trader. You're a bit like a pilot. You're making your flight plan, you're making your rules, and you're following those rules. Very important that you have rules in your trading. And I'm going to show you how I build up this chart. Well, the first thing I do is I like to look at what the market is currently doing. And a good time frame for this is the 1 hour time frame. And I simply mark the swing highs and the swing lows. So I'm going to do that now. So what I've done is I've marked the swing highs, and you can see that we're making higher highs and we're making higher lows. So each of these highs here is higher than the previous high, and each of these lows is higher than the previous one. So that tells me straight away I should be looking for buy trades. Now the next thing is, do I want to buy currently where the market is? And the answer is no, and I'm going to show you exactly why. And if you enjoy my analysis, please like and subscribe. Not only does it help the channel, but every time I make a new video, you'll be automatically told about it. And that means that you're going to learn more about the markets that you want to trade. And you can also come to our Discord channel where we have an active community of traders who are using exactly the same methods I'm using to analyze the charts. Lots of good advice on that channel, so please do come. It's free and you see a link in the description below. What we're going to do now is we're going to ask ourselves the question, do we have high liquidity? And the answer is that we don't have high liquidity. Now, if you have high liquidity, you can be sure you're going to get a turn. If you have low liquidity or no liquidity, then you might get a turn on absolutely very small liquidity. You can see where we had very tiny liquidity here, we had actually a turn as well. So big levels of liquidity are important, and also very small levels of liquidity. And by very small, I mean down here somewhere. They don't always provoke turns, but they sometimes do, so it's something I watch. Now, we've already established that this market is going up. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to do a sell trade, because a sell trade will be against the general trend, and the general trend is to the upside. I like to keep my trades in the direction of the overall time frame, and this is up. So we're going to look for buy trades. If we don't get one today, not a problem. There's always tomorrow or the day after. My next move is to put on my other indicator, and this is the liquidity profit map. The nice thing about this indicator is it shows you the liquidity, the actual liquidity in each bar. So let me pop that on. Now what the liquidity map does is it shows you exactly where liquidity is. So if you're not so good at reading the histogram, the liquidity map is absolutely a fantastic tool for telling you where your trading levels are. So the important colors to watch are dark blue, aqua, and the other candles are red and purple. So we've got purple here, we've got a red little candle up here. So that's telling me that there's liquidity up here, and it looks like they've just poked their way above that top there to do what? To take liquidity. So they've taken the liquidity up there, and now they're thinking what they want to do. I know what they want to do, and what these guys want to do is they want to take it down to this level here. Why? This is the last bar down before this market moved up. So the market makers and the banks must have been buying at that level. So what you do is you mark the top of the bar. We're going to go in a little bit deeper into this level, and we're going to look for a liquidity void, because if you've got a liquidity void just above an area where there has previously been buyers, that's usually a pretty strong level. So we're going to have a look into this chart and see if we see a liquidity void. So with the liquidity void indicator on the chart, you can actually see that we've got a very thin void sitting just above this level here. So I would be pretty sure that that would be my level to take a trade. But I don't have to guess because I've got the liquidity map which tells me when liquidity is being generated, and I've also got the histogram. Now the nice thing for me is when this market comes down, all I have to do is mark high histogram levels such as this one here and maybe this one here, and I know that when the histogram liquidity hits those levels and we start to come into that area, I have a fabulous opportunity to take a long trade, and I should expect the long trade to punch through this level or at least go to the edge of that liquidity void. And you can see how important liquidity voids are. This is a liquidity void generated here, and that's acted as resistance to this market on the way up, and hence this is why I think we're stalling here. Now you could, if you were a contra trend trader, take a short trade from here down to here, and that move would be about 700, 600, 700 points. But it's Friday. Markets can be a little bit temperamental on a Friday, and I would prefer to be looking for a buy trade, and that might not set up until Monday or Tuesday. But in a later video, what I will do is I will go through the signals that you will look for to actually see whether you should take a trade short. You don't just jump in because you have colored candles. You have to wait for the right setup. I'm going to cover those setups in another video. Well, please like and subscribe this video because this does me a lot of good and it helps get the message out to other people. Well, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you tune in again soon.